Okay, so if you want to, if we want to just go for it, then we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So welcome. This is a new moon day, and we're starting a new cycle here in Totnes. I call it the Stone, where I live. And the stone has a long tradition in alchemy because it was called, obviously, the Philosopher's Stone. Your host, Zenon. I am the quintessential alchemist, and I will describe what that really means in many, many levels, which will be, I believe, unique to your comprehension. I'm also working with the archetype of Merlyn the Seer, which is an energetic field called the Master Teachings from Merlyn. And all this compendium of knowledge is basically a life's work that I've been involved with for at least 40 years and probably a lot longer. So I'm setting this precedent to now download this information onto YouTube to make it available to find if there's people on the Grail quest, so to speak. So all of our language is put in kind of a sublime archetypal cloak as far as the Grail quest itself. Do you ask the quest ion, who am I? And all I can do as the Merlyn the Seer and also the quintessential alchemist is describe an innate process that I've been involved with for a long time as far as being able to track behind the veil into a realm of archetypal experiential knowledge and fields of energy, which I have been augmenting and designing in divine templates from stained glass, which is my heritage for 25 years, now into alchemical maps of how the field works, which is a 0-1 principle, and how we can embody, once we understand those keynotes in ourselves and track into that, we can actually claim back our original sovereignty, which is the essential nature of the game, hook up to an inner guidance, or I call it a divine guidance. This is extremely spiritual information, but it's experiential, non-religious, so to speak. There's no doctrine here except the truth that has been revealed to me. So thank you for joining me, and I'm going to lead you down the rabbit hole of my life today in the studio here, where you'll see some of the maps I've been designing over the last 3 months as far as alchemical templates to do with the field, and they're called divine scrolls, and then some of the symbols and the language. And what I suggest with all of this information is you really listen with your heart. If it responds to you, don't try to understand it intellectually, because this is indeed a mystery. It doesn't really belong to the mind, but it really unfolds from the presence of the heart and from this higher intuition. This is how all those languages were originally veiled. They were veiled in esoteric symbols and archetypal knowledge so that you could move into a slightly different viewpoint, so to speak. And that's what I'm going to encourage constantly with all of this information, including, if you want, some very powerful techniques to do with the rings. It's a ring cycle that I've discovered. Your host, Zenon the Alchemist. Thank you.